Hi there and welcome to JumboCast. We are here today at Huskins Field for a matchup between the Tufts Jumbos baseball team and the Bowdoin Polar Bears.
And yes, Bridget, this is a very big game. Tufts is 4-2 in the NESCAC. Bowdoin's 3-3 right now. And
If
I'm sorry.
if Tufts wins 2 games this weekend out of 3, they will advance to the NESCAC tournament. And yeah, so they're looking to win 2 out of 3 today. Well, 2 out of 3 this weekend. And
We're going to take a brief moment as the national anthem is being played.
in the lineup for the Tufts Jumbos today, we have Spiros Varnos pitching for the Jumbos with Tom Petrie at second, batting first, Oscar Kutch in right field, batting second, Tommy O'Hara batting third and playing third, Nick Foxon at first base and batting fourth, Mike McLaughlin in left field batting fifth, Malcolm Nakhimoff as our designated hitter batting sixth, Harry Brown in center field batting seventh, Harrison Frickman catching and batting at number 8, and Will Shackelford at short and batting ninth. For the Bowdoin College Polar Bears, we have Brandon Lopez as our pitcher, a Jazz Jew at right field batting first, Lopez is hitting for himself batting second, Joe Gentili is at center field batting third, Colby Jonkis at catcher batting fourth, Evan Dumont Lapointe at third batting fifth, Sean Mulaney at short batting sixth, Jack Wilhoit at first batting seventh, Ben Susky at second batting eighth, and Cody Tedesco in left field batting ninth.
And as you said before, Bridget, this is a very critical series. Tufts number 2 in the NESCAC East Division with a 4-2 record in conference play, and Bowdoin is right behind them at number 3, falling in at 3-3. There's only 2 NESCAC weekend series games left. There's only 2 NESCAC weekend series left, so like you capitalize here, and Varinos has been on a roll. Hopefully he can shut them down today.
Yeah, he's 6-0 for this season, which is pretty impressive, having a good senior season, which is what all athletes kind of want to see.
Definitely. I mean, he's a senior captain on this team. He's a leader on this team, and he's leading by example with the level of play he's produced this season.
And we'll say to the plate. Here's the pitch. Low for a ball 1.
First pitch is a ball today, but expect to see Varinos working low, throwing the ball hard and low in the strike zone, trying to get ahead of hitters in today's game.
Oh, grounded to short, or to in between first and second for the easy out.
Nice play there by Petrie.
No one out. Or 1 out, no one on. We'll see Brandon Lopez, the pitcher, come up next.
And that's pretty interesting, Bridget. You don't really see pitchers hitting for themselves lately. So that's interesting.
Yeah, we'll see See how he does.
And he's in the 2-hole, which means
And
he probably can swing the bat a little bit.
strike one call for Lopez.
Good job by Varinos again ahead in this at-bat.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. High for a ball one.
It's a cold, windy day out here in Medford.
A little bit. We'll see how it kind of affects the game. And he swings. The count's now 1-2.
And definitely this weather, the ball's going to be a little slippery today as the ground is really damp and wet. But as the Jumbo's philosophy goes, weather is a state of mind, so they'll play through it, no problem.
Very much so. And he fouls one back off into the parking lot. The count stays 1-2. Pitch. High for a ball two. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, popped up. And easy catch for the second out. By the right fielder, Oscar Kutch.
It's a nice play. Nice play by Cooch. The ball was kind of slicing away from him a little bit and was able to get under it, call off his second baseman, Tom Petrie.
And now number 7, Joe Gentili is up. Center fielder for the Polar Bears. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball one. The 1-0 pitch. Low, called ball two.
And Bridget, we're hearing a lot of activity, a lot of chatter from both dugouts today. Definitely a NESCAC baseball kind of thing. Everybody's loud and active in the game. We've seen some competitors come to Huskins and virtually are silent. So
Hitters count 2-0. Fouled off back behind the backstop. It's 2-1 now. And we'll see Spiros Varnos kind of trying to find his strike zone a little bit. 2-1 pitch. Low for a called ball three, which it was low, so, you know. Three-one pitch. Swung on, strike two. We'll see a full count pitch here from Spiros Varnos.
great pitch there by Varinos. Hitter was looking to see a ball over the plate, and Varinos tied him up with a hard strike inside.
Full count pitch. Popped up in the left field. And a sliding catch in the foul ground.
McLaughlin with an incredible catch there. Full out diving, nice sliding catch there.
A nice 1-2-3 first inning for the Jumbos.
And the Tufts talking to Mike McLaughlin there. What a nice play by the junior outfielder.
Yeah, that's something that you like to see to kind of get the momentum going for the Jumbos in the first inning.
So, good start for the Jumbos. Varinos was not as in control of his command in that first inning, but he will get the kinks out and come back ready to throw. And for the Polar Bears, they did a good job of just, seeing the ball and hitting the ball, Varinos gets a lot of strikeouts. That's very common of his game, but we'll see if the Polar Bears will be able to put good swings on the ball.
And as you were talking about earlier, it's a little damp today at Huskins Field, and you can kind of tell because the pitcher as he was warming up, the catcher was having trouble gloving the ball. But
So for our fans out there tuned in to JumboCast today, if you can see, all the players on the field are wearing a white wristband. That is for Tufts' annual ALS awareness game. The Jumbos and the Polar Bears are wearing wristbands labeled PF3 in honor of Pete Freites, who was a former captain of the Boston College baseball team who was diagnosed with ALS and now plays a lead role in raising awareness and funds for ALS research.
yeah, and if you want to donate, you can visit www.com. And it's a great cause to
Awesome cause, Bridget. Do you remember the ice bucket challenge?
Yeah. Everyone was doing that.
I did one.
I
personally.
did one too. I wonder if the Tufts baseball team. I know that some teams did it as a group, and I wonder if the Tufts baseball team did.
Yeah. So if you aren't familiar with ALS, I'm sure you've heard of the ALS challenge, and this is what we're here supporting today. It's a great cause.
And Tom Petrie up first. He's batting a 360 on the year against Brandon Lopez, who has a 1.29 ERA. And right down the middle for strike one. Tom Petrie keeps the bat on his shoulder. 0-1 pitch. Fouled off. Back behind. We'll see the 0-2 pitch.
We'll see Petrie taking jumbo hacks here.
Well high for a ball one.
Petrie looking to put the ball in play here.
The 1-2 pitch. Popped up. Looks like it's going to fall behind the backstop. And it does. The count stays 1-2.
Tufts Jumbo's hitters are looking to get it going early in this game.
So wind up in the pitch. And hit into center field. The outfielder's running towards it. Left fielder Cody Tedesco makes the play.
The right fielder, number 13, Oscar Cooch.
Not exactly sure what happened there. It looked like the left fielder caught that ball, but it might have been a catcher's interference on Petrie's swing. I believe the catcher's glove hit Petrie's while he was in his swinging motion. Therefore, he got first base.
So we have men on first. And now we'll see Oscar Cooch batting 400. Take the plate. Strike one. Cooch keeps the bat on his shoulder for that one. Sees the first pitch.
And Cooch is a good hitter to have in the two spot, Bridget. He's a lefty. He swings for power, but he definitely sprays the ball all over the field and gets a lot of hits.
0-1 pitch. Takes it. Strike two.
As you mentioned before, Cooch is batting 400, so he's having a great season. Another senior on this team.
Here's looks at his first baseman. It's a stretch and the pitch. Just foul. Yanked that one just a little foul. He definitely had solid contact there. Coach seeing a good pitch to swing at.
You're right about that one. That ball got out of here fast. Just need Oscar to straighten that one out. Let's see if Petrie will be in motion on this pitch.
And the 0-2 pitch again. And throws to his first baseman. Petrie comes in sliding, but well safe. Lopez keeping an eye on that lead that Petrie's taken, although not much of a lead. It's the 0-2 pitch again. Fouled up. Looks like it's going to go behind the dugout, and it does.
First two jumbo hitters are seeing a lot of pitches from Lopez, which is great for the Tufts bench to get a feel for what they're going to be coming up to the plate to face.
As well as kind of upping his pitch count a little bit. Not that this game is a 7-inning game, so, and again, yanked foul.
Cooch is doing an awesome job of battling in this at bat.
Definitely.
Let's see if Cooch can advance the runner here and get Petrie to second base.
Cooch back in the batting the batter's box. Lopez looks over at his first baseman. The 0-2 pitch. And base hit, grounder into right field.
And that's just a good job by Cooch of just battling with two strikes, putting the ball in play there. Found a hole.
And with men on first and second, Tommy O'Hara will come up. He's batting a 329 on the season.
Tommy O'Hara is definitely the biggest bat in this Tufts lineup, and as your three-hole guy, he definitely looks to drive the ball when he can. So let's see if O'Hara can get some RBIs here.
Lopez taking a pick at his second runner. And O'Hara will take the first ball as a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And driven into center field, running towards it are the two and it's a base hit. Looks like it's going to be a double. Just kidding, just a single. Bases loaded, though. Great swing by Tommy O'Hara.
And off the bat, it looked like that ball was going to be at least a double for O'Hara. But as you saw, the base runners got kind of tied up. You know, as a base runner, you want to make sure you see the ball caught beforehand, and if he would have ended up making that play, could have led to a double play or even worse.
And we'll see Nick Foxen batting cleanup. He's batting a 4.02 on the year. Comes up with the bases loaded. No outs. It's the first pitch. And popped up into the infield. And easy play for the Polar Bears. 1 out for the Jumbos.
It's unfortunate there for number 32, Nick Foxen. He thought he's got a ball that he could hit and drive, and just got a little under it, popped it up there.
Yeah. And Mike McLaughlin here in the batter's box. See, he bats a 342 on the year. Left fielder. Lopez. Here's the pitch. And did he go? And a strike one. Kind of checked his swing, but he went. So strike one for Mike McLaughlin.
And Bridget, it's actually pretty unbelievable. Every single hitter that has come up to the plate for the Jumbos today is hitting over 300, which just shows how dangerous these hitters are on this Tufts team.
Low for a ball 1. Count 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases loaded, 1 out for the Tufts Jumbos.
Spiros Varinos is playing some catch over on the side of the bullpen, just trying to stay loose.
And another low pitch for ball 2.
And in the top of this half inning, we saw McLaughlin make an awesome play out there in left field. So let's see if he can pick up his team here as well and drive the ball.
Definitely give the Jumbos a little bit of an early lead. And looks like McLaughlin called for time there. Steps back into the batter's box. Lopez into the stretch. Here's the pitch. And he's driven into center field. And the center fielder's going back, and it's dropped. It's going to be a base hit, at least a double. And men on second and third standing with 2 runs scored for the Jumbos. And Mike McLaughlin with 2 RBIs. And that's a nice play from Mike McLaughlin. Going, capitalizing on those men on base.
Yeah, and as you can see so far, these Tufts hitters are driving the ball. The Bowdoin outfielders are having a tough time getting to those gaps.
And we'll see Malcolm Nachmanoff coming up next. He's Tufts' designated hitter. He's hitting a .237 right now in the year.
And Nachmanoff is dangerous, Bridget. His batting average isn't a testament to his ability on the baseball field. Nachmanoff does an incredible job of hitting the ball with runners in scoring position, as he's done all year for Tufts.
With only 1 out, men on second and third, all Nachmanoff really has to do is put the ball into play. And it's a strike. And the count's 1-1. Lopez taking his time. This is the pitch. Low and outside for a ball 2.
And if you're just tuning in, it is 2-0 Tufts in the bottom of the first inning with 1 out. Tufts DH, number 7, Malcolm Nachmanoff is up to bat.
Lopez into the stretch. High for a ball 3. The count is now 3 balls and 1 strike for Malcolm Nachmanoff, the designated hitter for the Jumbos. Nachmanoff calls for time.
We hear the Tufts dugout saying, "Do your job, 7, do your job." So, again, the philosophy, get him on, get him over, get him in.
Pitch from Lopez. And low, he walked him. Bases loaded for Tufts as Harry Brown, the center fielder, comes up.
And that's a great at-bat by Nachmanoff. Some hitters tend to tense up when there's runners in scoring position, and he just had a great at-bat, very patient, waited for a pitch that he could hit, and he just didn't get it.
Yeah. And now catcher and Lopez are having a little bit of a heart-to-heart on the mound. Looks like the pitching coach came out as well.
This has been a long inning. We're still in the first.
It has indeed. It's a pretty short first half of the inning, but the Jumbos have had a little bit of a rally here in the bottom of the first.
As the umpire calls the meeting short. Bases loaded for Harry Brown, senior captain, center fielder.
The only one out. The Jumbos have a good chance of scoring a couple more runs here. Here's the pitch from Lopez. And it's hit into center field. The left fielder going back, and it's going to be caught. But the runners will still advance, and one will score.
Way to do a job there by Harry Brown, and great job by the Tufts base runners, as you saw O'Hara tag and score there, and as well you saw McLaughlin tag from second base and advance to third, so that's good heads-up base running.
Definitely. Macknoff still at first. So men on the corners as Harrison Frickman, the catcher, comes up. And Frickman as well is batting over a 300. He's batting 308 on the year. Lopez with the pitch. High for a ball one. Into the stretch, and the pitch is low. 2 balls, no strikes for Harrison Frickman. Men on the corners and 2 outs for the Jumbos in the bottom of the first.
The Bowdoin Polar Bears have someone warming up in the bullpen. From our angle, we can't tell who it is at this point, but it's definitely been a long inning for Lopez.
Here's the pitch. And there's a strike from Lopez. Count now 2-1. Takes a peek at the runner on first. It's a stretch in the pitch. And it's hit into center field. Looks like the center fielder is going to be there and make the catch and end the long inning for the Polar Bears and the Jumbos.
Great start to this ball game for the getting ahead early, scoring some runs, and now they're going to look for their ace, Varinos, to shut this Polar Bear team down.
And Varinos with a 1-2-3 inning in the first. We'll see if he can kind of find his strike zone a little more in the second here.
As you mentioned before, Bridget, this is a doubleheader of 2 7-inning games played this afternoon.
I think the second one is actually 9.
You are correct. You are correct. The second one is 9.
And the Jumbos Friday game this week was canceled due to inclement weather, so we will see them play their third game this weekend, which will also be a 9-inning game. But the first game this afternoon will only see 7 innings played from the Jumbos.
Tufts is currently standing in second place in the NESCAC East at 4-2. Bates is at number 1, 6-0 in NESCAC play, which is very impressive.
Definitely. And the Jumbos with 2 wins out of 3 this weekend advance to the NESCAC tournament.
And the Jumbo next weekend the weekend of the 28th and the 29th. So that'll be a very competitive series.
In the top of the second inning,
Definitely.
number 33, Colby Jonkus.
And Colby Jonkus is up for the Bowdoin Polar Bears. First hitter of this inning against Varinos. Varinos with the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike one. That's a nice pitch from Varinos, too.
Varinos does a great job of getting ahead. As a hitter, it's tough to hit when you're always in a hole. So
Here's the pitch. And a little bit of a ball with some movement on it from Varinos for a strike two.
it's a nice off-speed pitch there, mixing it up for these polar bear hitters.
The 0-2 pitch. And it looks like he checked his swing for a called ball. Count now 1-2. Here's the pitch. And it's hit into center field. Outfielder's going back. Looks like it's going to drop and be a double for the catcher, Jonkus. And a nice at bat from Colby Jonkus. He was behind in the count, but came back, was patient.
Third baseman, number 15, Evan Dumont with the point.
Several balls have been hit in that left center gap this afternoon. If you could see the flag on the screen, it's wind's blowing out towards left.
And we'll see Evan Dumont Lapointe, the third baseman for the Polar Bears, come up next. Jonkus on second. Outside for a ball one from Varinos. And the wind's actually picking up a little bit right now. Stretch in the pitch. Low for a ball two. Varinos with the pitch. And in there for a strike one. Counts 2-1 for Dumont Lapointe. Here's the pitch. And looks like it's just going to be a little pop into left field, and it will score Jonkus. So the first run for the Polar Bears. Now,
Shortstop, number 6, Sean Mulaney.
3-1. Tufts still in the lead, but man on first for Bowdoin. No outs. Or one out.
No outs.
No outs.
Bowdoin, as you just saw, scored their first run against the defending NESCAC champions.
Throw to first.
Varinos is looking for a ground ball here so they can roll up a double play.
Varinos keeping a close eye on his first base runner, Lapointe. And a strike one from Varinos.
Blew that pitch right by the hitter.
Sean Mulaney at bat right now, taking his time. And another throw to first from Varinos.
Verino's just trying to keep the base runner honest over there. Number 15, Evan Dumont Lapointe.
It's a pitch. And it's hit into center field. Looks like it's going to drop. And the runners will advance. Dumont Lapointe to second. And Mulaney at first. Still one out for the Jumbos. Still one out for the Polar Bears against the Jumbos. As we will see Jack Wilhoit come up, first baseman for the Polar Bears.
Jumbo's looking to turn a double play here.
Varinos with the pitch. Swung on, strike one. Takes a look at the second baseman. Another strike swinging. It's the 0-2 pitch for Varinos.
Varinos goes right back at the hitter with the gas there. Looking to put him away here or get the ground ball.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Looks like that was outside. Maybe a little high for a called ball one.
And that's not a bad idea there by Varinos. He's been keeping the ball low all game, seeing if he can make a hitter chase.
Especially with the count 0-2. And got him swinging. Strike three for Varinos. First strikeout of the game for the Tufts pitcher.
And Varinos got him there on 3 fastballs.
And up next for the Polar Bears, Ben Susky, the second baseman. It's a pitch. And in there for a strike one. Men on first and second. Susky with the 0-1 pitch. Varinos looks to go to second base there, but doesn't throw the ball. So 0-1 pitch. And fouled off the mask of the catcher, Harrison Frickman. Count now 0-2.
And what's great about Spears Varinos is the poise that he shows up on the mound. You know, he struggled a little bit this inning, got some runners on base, but he stays calm, cool, and collected, and throws pitches. Still, his command doesn't falter.
That ball was outside for a ball one. Count now 1-2. First and second, 2 outs. And fouled off right over us. Behind the dugout of the Tufts Jumbos. And Susky stays alive.
One ball, 2 strikes with 1 out.
And he got him with the bat on his shoulder. It's a nice, like you said, it was a nice inning for. Oh, just kidding. That's the second out of the inning for Varinos. We'll see if he can get one more. Now with number 9 for the Bowdoin Polar Bears, Cody Tedesco, also batting 9th. And a strike one in there.
Good job of getting ahead there by Varinos.
That one pitch. And popped up. Looks like it's going to be in foul ground, but the first baseman, Nick Foxon, is there to make the catch. And that ends the inning. That ends the inning for the Polar Bears, but they got 1 run in, and it's now 3-1 as the Jumbos take the batting box in the bottom of the second inning.
And that's a good job by Varinos to limit the damage that the Bowdoin lineup was able to produce. It looked like they were starting to get things going, but, you know, Varinos is an outstanding Division III pitcher, and it really shows.
Absolutely. And Lopez takes the mound for the second inning. We saw someone warming up in the bullpen earlier, but Lopez will continue in the second inning, see if he can find his rhythm a little more than he did in the first. As it starts to rain a little more here at Huskins Field.
Leading off for the Jumbos in the bottom of the second inning, the shortstop, Will Shackelford.
And number 1, Will Shackelford, will bat first for the Jumbos. He's batting a 4.34 on the year, which is the highest batting average for the Jumbos.
Yeah, and you said it, Bridget. This kid is only a sophomore, and he's been doing a great job filling in for Matthew Moser, who is the stud shortstop for the Jumbos who graduated last year.
And he looks to bunt on that first pitch for a strike 1. It's a pitch. And he takes one inside for a ball 1. Count now 1-1 for Shackelford. Here's the pitch. And it's grounded into the outfield. It's going to be a base hit for Shackelford.
Good piece there by Shackelford. Stung that ball right by the third baseman.
The second baseman, number 3, Tom Petrie.
Now Tom Petrie up again for the Jumbos. And his last at bat was a little funky. Popped one up into the outfield, but as you said, I think it was a catcher's interference, so he took first base anyways.
Now, Shackelford can definitely run over there at first. Let's see if they'll get him going on the base paths.
It's a pitch, and it's low for an easy ball 1 for Petrie. There's the 1-0 pitch from Lopez. And it's in there for a strike 1. On that outside corner there. Lopez looks over at Shackelford. Throws to first, but Shackelford slides in safe. Here's the 1-1 stretch. And it's a bunt, a nice bunt at that. And Petrie's out, but it will advance Shackelford to second. A good at bat from Petrie.
Beautiful sacrifice bunt there by Petrie.
And we'll see Oscar Kutch come up next for the Jumbos.
The right fielder, number 13.
And Bridget, both of these teams are playing very well. The Jumbo split a doubleheader here against UMass Dartmouth on Monday here at Huskins Field, and Harry Brown was 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a run in that game, and then Bowdoin came off of an 11-4 win in non-league action versus Thomas on Monday. And then Sawyer Billings went 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs and 2 home runs in that game. So they're definitely, both teams are swinging the bat.
Definitely. And
fair ball.
Into the corner, and that'll be a double score Shackelford and get Kutch into second safely. It looks like there was a little bit of a mishap there in the outfield as they tried to keep Kutch at second, but they were successful in that. He didn't advance to third, even as they kind of bobbled the ball a little bit there.
And that ball just stayed fair for Oscar Kutch. The baseball gods might have had some play in that one.
Definitely, and we'll see Tommy O'Hara, the third baseman, come up next. It's a stretch in the pitch. And it's a strike one for Tommy O'Hara. Keeps the bat on his shoulder.
Tommy O'Hara is a very patient hitter, looking for something he can drive in this at-bat.
Kutch taking the lead from second. O'Hara takes a ball low for ball one.
And we're seeing Lopez. We just saw Lopez throw O'Hara 2 off-speed pitches in a row.
They count 1-1 now. Kutch on second. Here's the stretch in the pitch. And it's grounded into the outfield. It's going to be a base hit for Tommy O'Hara and score Oscar Kutch.
Great piece of hitting there by O'Hara. Got the fastball he was looking for, stung that ball, and that was a tough play for the second baseman.
The score now 5-1. Tufts Jumbos in the lead.
That's a very tough play for the second baseman. It was like an in-between hop, low line drive. It's really tough. You know, do you try to catch it? Do you try to pick it off the hop? Tough play there.
As you said, nice piece of hitting from Tommy O'Hara. And we'll see Nick Foxon come up next, the third baseman for the Jumbos, batting a .402 on the year. It's the pitch. Popped up, pretty shallow, and second baseman's going to get under it and catch it. That's 2 outs for the Tufts Jumbos. As number 31, Mike McLaughlin comes up.
And McLaughlin's last at-bat, he hit a double in the left center gap. Basically, almost hit that ball out. He hit that ball 367. It fell at the bottom of the wall out there in left center.
Definitely a well-hit ball. And he's been kind of a crucial element. First swings on the first pitch for a strike one. It's been kind of a crucial element for the Tufts Jumbos in the first couple of innings. He had a big catch at the top of the first, and then he had that double in the bottom of the first, so kind of got them going. Lopez takes a peek at first base. Stretch in the pitch. In there for a strike 2.
McLaughlin looking to battle.
Here's the pitch. And it's hit into left field for a base hit. And McLaughlin goes to first as
Great job of hitting there with 2 strikes. Quality at bat. We've seen a lot of quality at bats from the Tufts hitters today.
men on first and second as Malcolm Nakmarinoff comes up, the designated hitter for the Jumbos.
Polar Bears still have a player warming up in the bullpen, but they're letting Lopez go with it right now.
Two men on, 2 men out for the Jumbos. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled off for a strike 1.
Nakmanoff looking to get these runners in, score some more runs for the Jumbos.
Lopez looks back at second base. Tommy O'Hara taking a lead. Here's the pitch. And he takes one in there for a strike 2. The count now 0-2. 2 out, 2 on. The score 5-1 Jumbos. Lopez pitches. Very, very high and looks like inside. It looked like, kind of looks like Nakmarov had to duck a little bit to avoid that pitch from hitting his head. Count 1-2. Here's the pitch. Another ball inside to make the count 2 balls, 2 strikes for Malcolm Nakmarov.
And Nakmanoff is another very patient hitter that the Tufts lineup possesses. Big bat, but definitely likes to wait for his pitches.
Here's the pitch from Lopez. Another, oh, strike 3. And it looked like Nakmarov thought that was inside a little bit, but called strike 3. Ends the inning for the Jumbos, leaving on, but scores 2. So we'll go into the 3rd inning with a score of 5-1. As Varinos takes the mound for the 3rd inning. And it wasn't raining when the game started, but now it's kind of definitely drizzling.
Yeah, the rain's definitely picking up. As you see, the Jumbo fans are bringing their umbrellas out, jackets. Everybody looks cold, but dedicated fan base as we love our Tufts Jumbos here.
We will see number 23, Jazz Jew, come up in the top of the 3rd for the Bowdoin Polar Bears, and he's their right fielder.
So I've just gotten some news from our JumboCast director, and the rain has been starting to pick up here. If the rain continues to pick up, might have to transfer to a radio broadcast instead of our live camera feed, as we don't want to ruin any of our equipment. But we will definitely keep you updated with that and let you know. As for now, Varinos gets set, ready to deliver.
And a strike in there for Varinos. Makes the count 1-1. The top of the third inning here at Huskins Field. There's a pitch. And got him swinging for a strike 2. And Jew, the right fielder for the Bowdoin Bears. Here's the pitch, and it's hit into left field. Looks like left fielder
Mike McLaughlin camped under that one.
Thank you.
Pitcher and designated hitter number 21, Brandon Lopez.
And next up for the Bears, Brandon Lopez, the pitcher, also hitting for himself. Going to be the designated hitter if he gets pulled at all. With one out, here's the pitch. And it's in there for a strike. Looks like that one was a fastball. Definitely had some heat on it. 0-1 count. Brinos will pitch. A ball. Looks like it was outside for a ball 1.
Several members of the Tufts women's basketball team are here in attendance, supporting the baseball team.
It's a pitch, and it's high, well high, for a ball 2. That's a cool thing about Tufts sports is that all the teams support each other, and you're always seeing some sort of team or someone supporting someone else that's their game. So it's
Definitely,
a fun atmosphere.
it's a very tight-knit community here at Tufts, as far as the athletes are concerned.
And Verinos got Lopez swinging for a ball or for a strike 2. Count now 2-2. Here's the pitch. And he got him with a bat on his shoulder for a strike 3. And that's the second strikeout, I believe, for Verinos. But a nice pitch in there from him.
And now we're seeing Varinos starting to get the strikeout, so you expect him to get, as the Bowdoin hitters aren't making as solid of contact.
And now up for the Polar Bears, center fielder Joe Gentili. Here's a pitch. High for a ball 1. Brinos with the pitch. Swung on for a strike 2, or for a strike 1, sorry. 1 ball, 1 strike for Gentili, the Polar Bears center fielder. Here's the pitch. Ooh, fouled off the mask of Harrison Freckman.
Umpires having a chat with Varinos.
And the 1-2 from Varinos. Swung on. Got him swinging. And that'll end the inning for the Jumbos. or not the inning, the half inning for the Jumbos, and the Jumbos will.
And that's a great job by Varinos. Again, just calm, cool, collected, knows what he has to do to get these hitters out. He's executing today. Looking to go 7-0 on the year.
And Lopez again taking the mound for the Polar Bears for the fourth inning, or bottom of the third inning. Apologies. And we'll see if he can be successful in limiting the Jumbos to an inning without any runs, which he has not been successful so far, but we'll see if he can do it this inning.
So, yes, sorry, folks. The rain is really starting to pick up here, which means we have to pull our camera inside to protect our equipment, as we definitely want to continue doing JumboCast broadcasts. So we're going to continue with an audio-only broadcast for you guys this afternoon. Again, apologies for that. We will do the best we can to keep you filled in on exactly everything that's going on the field.
We'll see number 15, Harry Brown, the Tufts center fielder, come up first for the Jumbos. Lopez. And it's hit into right field pretty deep, but it looks like the right fielder's under it. He's going to make the catch as Harry Brown runs over to second, kind of a Tufts baseball tradition. Keep their head down, running through first to second. And now Harrison Frickman is up for the Tufts Jumbos. And that's a strike one for Frickman.
Just to keep you guys updated, now that we don't have camera, it's 5-1 Tufts in the bottom of the third inning, hitting with one out. Harrison Frickman up to bat.
Here's the 0-1 pitch from Lopez. And it's going to be high for a ball one. Lopez taking his time. Here's the pitch. 1-1. Low. Ball bounces before the plate for a ball two to Harrison Frickman.
It's a good eye there by Frickman.
And here's the pitch from Lopez. Again, low for a ball three.
Brings us to a 3-1 count.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. And it's in there for a strike two. Full count now for Frickman, with one out for the Jumbos in the bottom of the third. The windup and the pitch from Lopez. And it's low. He walks Harrison Frickman.
If the rain does begin to clear up, we will try to get the camera back out and operating. And same goes for the second game. If we can run camera for that game, we will definitely be doing so.
And shortstop, Will Shackelford up now. Harrison Frickman on first base.
Thank you for bearing with us if you're listening in on this audio stream.
Brandon Lopez into the stretch and the pitch. And it's popped up foul in right field. No one's going to catch it. Right into the bullpen of the Tufts Jumbos. The count is now 0-1 with one out. Harrison Frickman on first base and Will Shackelford up. for the Jumbos. Lopez takes a look at first base. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. 2. All right. 1 out, 2 strikes for Will Shackelford with Frickman on first base. 5-1 Jumbos driven into left center field, and the left fielder is going to make the play. Frickman hustling back to first base to tag up. He'll stay at first.
And Shackelford definitely drove that ball in the left center gap. Just a good play by the left fielder as they're playing those gaps a little bit more, as the Jumbo hitters have been spraying the gaps all afternoon.
And Tom Petrie is now up for the Jumbos. Will Shackelford still on first. 2 out. And then bottom of the third for the Tufts Jumbos. Score is 5-1. Here's the stretch and the pitch. High for a ball 1 to Tom Petrie. Count 1-0.
With 2 outs here, Petrie looking to get something going.
Here's the pitch. And it's fouled off. That'll be 1 ball, 1 strike to Tom Petrie. Will Shackelford on first with 2 outs for the Tufts Jumbos. Here in the bottom of the third at Huskins Field. Lopez taking his time. Here's the pitch. Looks like it's high for a ball 2. The count now 2-1. With 2 outs. Man on first. See if Petrie can make something of this. Here's the pitch. And there's a swinging strike. Makes the count 2-2 with 2 outs.
Catcher Harrison Frickman on first base.
Here's a pitch from Lopez, and it's looks like it's going to be foul, but the right fielder's running towards it. Again, into the bullpen, not caught, so the count will stay 2-2 for Tom Petrie. Harrison Frickman still on first. 2 outs for the Jumbos, 5-1 with 2 balls, 2 strikes for Tom Petrie. And Lopez taking his time, takes a look at first. Here's the pitch. And beamed. So Tom Petrie will take first base and advance Harrison Frickman to second, as Oscar Cooch, the right fielder, comes up for the Tufts Jumbos.
And for Lopez, that was just a curveball that just didn't he didn't snap that curveball enough, and it just nicked Petrie, but he's all right over there at first.
And we will see it looks like Lopez is going to retire, and we will see number 22 for the Bowdoin Polar Bears, Justin Satcher, a freshman, come into the game.
And, you know, really not a bad outing for Lopez. He threw the ball pretty well. just the Tufts hitters have just been capitalizing and
Your attention,
doing a better job of scoring with runners in scoring position.
Justin Schachter to take the mound for the Polar Bears, see if he can.
Schachter's another right-handed pitcher.
And you can tell it's just getting a little wet out there. And for those of you just joining us, it is 5-1 Jumbos in the bottom of the third inning with 2 outs left. Brandon Lopez just retired, and they brought in Justin Schachter from the bullpen. He's a freshman from Millwood, New York.
We're seeing about 5 or 6 Jumbos hitters out on the field, just getting the timing down.
And we'll see Oscar Cooch take to the plate against Schachter. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. This game is only played to 7 innings, so. And a strike 1 for Oscar Cooch.
Good job by Schachter of getting ahead on that pitch, as he's looking to shut this Jumbo's lineups down and keep the damage under control.
Here's the pitch, and it's low to Cooch, so it'll be 1-1 now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. 5-1 Jumbos. Men on first and second. Here's the stretch, the pitch to Cooch. And it's grounded. Looks like they're going to make the play to second. Inning over for the Jumbos. They leave 2 men on. Score none. Score 5-1 at the bottom of at the end of the third. And we will see.
For the Jumbos in the bottom of the third inning, no runs, no hits, there were no Bowdoin errors, there were 2 runners left on base. Here is your complete line score at the end of 3 innings. Here in game number 1 of our NESCAC East doubleheader.
And we'll see Varinos take the mound again for the 4th inning for the Tufts Jumbos. He's been pitching well.
No.
Shutout so far, only 3 hits for the Polar Bears.
And Bridget, this is only a 7-inning game, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Varinos go the entire game, save so that the Jumbos can save their arms for game 2, which is a 9-inning ball game.
Definitely. He's pitching. I mean, I think he just really found his strike zone in the past inning. The first inning was pretty quick, but the Polar Bears were seeing him. Second inning, he got into a little bit of a pickle, but got himself out of it. And then the third inning, I feel like he really kind of started to hit his stride.
Definitely, and he's only given up 3 hits in this ball game, so 1 run on 3 hits, so he's doing very well.
And we will see number 23, Ijaz Ju, the catcher, a sophomore for the Polar Bears. Oh,
Top of the 4th inning.
my mistake. Sorry, it's Colby Jonkis, also a sophomore catcher for the Polar Bears. In the top of the 4th here, Jumbos leading 5-1. Here's this pitch from Varinos. Low for a ball 1. Here's the pitch. Low again. Makes the count 2-0 for Colby Jonkus. And it's kind of ironic because Colby Jonkus does play for the Bowdoin Polar Bears, but Colby is also another team in the NESCAC, so kind of funny. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Varinos. Low for a ball 3.
Varinos looking to battle back from being down 3-0. Usually seeing Varinos getting ahead of hitters, so this is definitely a different at bat for Varinos.
Here's the pitch. And it's in there for a strike 1. Count now 3-1 with no outs. Top of the 4th. Here at Huskins Field. Colby Jonkus batting for the Polar Bears. Here's the pitch. And fouled off. Back behind for a strike 2.
With only a few weeks left in this regular season, the Jumbos have high expectations for their playoff run this season. As you know, the Jumbos won the NESCAC last season, as well as making it to the regionals in the NCAA tournament.
And that last pitch was popped up deep into right field, but foul. And we will see the 3-2 pitch, second 3-2 pitch of this at-bat by Spiros Varinos against Colby Jonkus. And here's the pitch. And, ooh. Line drive right into the glove of Spiros Varinos. He made that look easy.
Made that look very easy, just casually strolled off the mound after snagging that rocket line drive out of the air. We heard a lot of oohs and ahs from the Tufts dugout. Nice play by Varinos to make 1 out.
We will see number 25.
Varinos just blew that first pitch right by that fastball, right by the hitter for a strike.
The hitter being Dumont LaPointe, number 15 for the Polar Bears. Here's his pitch. And it's hit into left field deep. And it's going to be caught by left fielder Mike McLaughlin.
Great play there by McLaughlin. That ball was hit deep in the left center gap and made a running catch going back towards the wall. Great play by McLaughlin. 2 outs now in the top of the 4th.
Now we will see number 6, Sean Mulaney, take the batter's box for the Polar Bears. 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Tufts leading 1-5, no men on. Here's the pitch. And strike 1 for Mulaney. Looked like he wanted to go, but then held off. Maybe thought it was a little low. Called strike 1. 2 outs. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled off.
Great job of Varinos getting ahead. 0-2 now is the count.
With 2 outs. No men on. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Varinos. And got him swinging. And that's the end of the Polar Bears. It's the end of the top of the 4th for the Polar Bears. We'll see Tufts go at it. The bottom of the 4th. The score is 5-1. Tufts is leading. And we will see.
Gotta win this one. Let's go. Gotta win this one. Stay back on
the same number 22, Justin Shatter, take the mound for the Polar Bears again. He came in late in the third inning with 2 outs left in the third inning. He came in for Brandon Lopez. He's a freshman from New York.
The Jumbos are up 5-1. They've maintained this lead the entire game as they scored 3 runs in the first and 2 in the second inning. But you know they're not taking their foot off the gas. As we hear them in this half inning saying, "We got to win this one. We got to win this one." Tufts hitters are looking to score some more runs and continue to push this lead against the Polar Bears. And we will see Nick Faulkson up first. I'm sorry, Tommy O'Hara, 3-hitter.
Leading off for the Jumbos in the bottom of the fourth inning, the third baseman, number 24, Tommy O'Hara.
Third baseman for the Jumbos, Tommy O'Hara. In the bottom of the fourth will come up first against Justin Shatter. Here's the pitch from Shatter. Ooh, and a bat comes flying. It looks like he just lost his grip on the bat as it comes towards the Jumbo's dugout. And it's fouled off for a strike 1.
And it's definitely a wet day here, so Tommy's putting some pine tar on the bat and get some grip. So we take a brief timeout.
Walks back towards the batter's box. Count 0-1 with no outs in the fourth for the Tufts Jumbos. Tommy O'Hara up. Here's the pitch from Shatter. High. Easy take for O'Hara. Makes the count 1-1. Here's the pitch from Shatter. And popped up into left field. It's going to be foul as a couple of the Polar Bears chase after it, but it'll drop. And that makes the count 0-2 for Tommy O'Hara.
Tommy O'Hara looking to get this inning going for the Jumbos. Nick Faulkson, first baseman. Number 32 on deck for the Jumbos. 4-hitter.
Tommy steps into the batter's box. Justin Shatter goes into his windup in the pitch. And it's fouled off behind the left field bleachers. O'Hara stays alive. The count 1-2. Here's the pitch from Shatter. And hit deep
And
into
that's a
left
bomb. That's
field.
out. That's out.
And it's gone.
Long
and a
gone.
long home run from Tommy O'Hara.
O'Hara pulled that home run over the right field wall. The right field wall is about 300 over there. Probably hit that one about 475. Crushed that ball. And O'Hara gets it going for the Jumbos. That's his 3rd home run on the year.
I believe that makes it around 15 home runs for the Jumbos on the year. And they all greet him as he comes into the dugout. And we will see the first pitch. Ooh, beams.
And Faulkson's hit by a pitch. Faulkson's hit by a pitch, but they make him stay. Rule in D3 baseball now is that you have to make an effort to move out of the way of the pitch. If you do not and it hits you, you do not get first base. It counts as a ball, so it's now 1-0.
Here's the pitch. Low for a ball 2 to Faulkson.
And, I mean, I see why Faulkson didn't really make an effort to get out of the way. That was a very slow breaking ball that just barely nicked him in the hip. So
here's the pitch from Shatter. And it's popped up into left field. Looks like it's going to be foul territory, but they're running towards it. And it's going to fall count now 2-1 for Foxen. It is 6-1 here. Jumbos lead the Bowdoin Polar Bears in the bottom of the fourth here at Huskins Field. It's raining. For those of you just joining us, we had to put our camera away due to the precipitation. So we're doing our best with the radio broadcast. And Justin Satcher with the pitch. Low again. Makes the count 3-1 to Nick Falcon.
And for those of you who are tuned and listening, please feel free to tweet us at Tufts JumboCast. As you know, we're students, but we're always looking to improve our craft here and get better. So any feedback, or if you want to shout out anybody, any messages you have, feel free to tweet us.
That last pitch inside for a walk, so Falcon takes first as Mike McLaughlin comes up to bat.
Bottom four, no outs. McLaughlin up to bat. Nick Foxen on first base.
First pitch is low for a ball one. Count 1-0. And a throw to first. Oh, and a throw to first that misses the mark, and Nick Falcon takes second on a wild throw from Justin Satcher, the pitcher, freshman.
Ball just got away from Sachter. The Polar Bears first baseman, number 24, Jack Wilhoit, did all he could to try to keep that ball from getting away.
Falcon now on second. And the pitch to McLaughlin in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now to McLaughlin. Falcon on second. Foxen. And a foul tip for a strike 2 to McLaughlin.
Man on second with no outs here. McLaughlin looking to do a job and advance the runner to third base. He's got 2 strikes here, got a battle.
The 1-2 count. And it's a low pitch from Schechter. Makes the count 2-2 to McLaughlin. Foxen on second for the Tufts Jumbos.
McLaughlin calls time, steps out, regathers himself, and steps back into the box. 2-2 count.
It's the pitch. Got out in front of that one, swung at that one, didn't get a piece of it. So Schechter strikes him out for 1 out for the Tufts Jumbos here in the bottom of the fourth.
Dangerous designated hitter is up for the Tufts Jumbos. Malcolm Nachmanoff, number 7.
Foxen still on second. 1 out for the Tufts Jumbos.
And he's hit by pitch there.
And he will take first. As number 15, Harry Brown comes up for the Tufts Jumbos. Foxen on second. And Nachmanoff on first. With 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Justin Schachter with the pitch. Low for a ball 1.
It's getting a little bit nicer as the sun looks like it's trying to peek out behind a few clouds, but still pretty pretty cloudy out today.
Here's the pitch. And it's grounded. Good play from the third baseman. Nakamurov will get picked off at second, but Foxen will advance to third. And Brown is going to be safe at first.
That was a good play by the Polar Bears third baseman. Hard ground ball hitting the hole. He makes a diving play to stop the ball from getting to the outfield and makes a smart play by taking the sure out at second base. Didn't have time to roll up a double play there, but that was a very nice play.
Catcher Harrison Frickman at the plate now. Men on the corners with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th for the Tufts Jumbos. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike 1.
First and third, 2 outs.
Frickman keeps it out on his shoulder for that first pitch against Justin Schachter. Here's the pitch. In there again for strike 2 as Frickman takes a little walk, regathers himself, gets back into the batter's box. Here's the stretch and the pitch. High, and it looks like Brown is going to take second on that pitch. The Polar Bears not even throwing to second.
Great stolen base there by Harry Brown. He can run a little bit, play center field, so they gave him the bag there. And now we have second and third, 2 outs for Frickman. Down 1-2, 1-2 count.
Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a grounder and an easy out for the Polar Bears to end the inning.
Ground ball to short by Frickman there.
And the end of the 4th inning. For those of you just joining us, we are over halfway done with this game. This first game of this doubleheader today is only 7 innings. The second will be 9. And the Jumbos are up 1 at the end of the 4th. And Spiros Varinos takes the mound yet again for the 5th. And as we were talking about earlier, we wouldn't be surprised to see him pitch all 7 innings today.
It's the top of the 5th inning here, and Varinos is about to face the Polar Bears 7, 8, 9 hitters, so bottom of the lineup. In between innings, the Tufts bench, all the guys run out to the foul pole in right field just to stay loose. As you know, whenever your name is called upon, you need to be ready and loose, so they do this every inning. The Jumbos looking to win this first game of the doubleheader today against the Bowdoin Polar Bears, looking to advance to 5-2 in NESCAC play if they can pull this win out. So we have a 9-inning game coming up around 3:30 after this one. Like we said before, if we can have our camera operations ready and the weather permits us to do so, we will have that game back up on the stream. So thank you for bearing with us. If you've stuck with us.
We will see number 24, Jack Wilhoit, come up first for the Polar Bears. Here in the top of the 5th. Here's the pitch from Varinos. Low and outside for a ball 1.
And Varinos is so effective, Bridget, because he really keeps his pitch count down, and it lets him extend deep into ball games. he's always, not every time, but for the most part, he's getting ahead and against these hitters with first pitch strikes. So he's doing a great job today.
And that second ball is fouled off to the backstop for a strike one. Count now 1-1 to Will Hoyt. Here's the pitch. Inside for a ball 2. Here's Varinos with the pitch. Got him swinging on that one for a strike 2. Count now 2-2. No man on, no man out in the top of the 5th here at Huskins Field. Varinos pitching to get his 7th win of the year. He's 6-0 right now, and if he gets this W, it'll be 7-0. Here's the 2-2 pitch.
Good pitch
It's
there.
in there for a strike 3. And Will Hoyt keeps the bat on his shoulder, and that pitch definitely had a little bit of movement on it.
Yeah, beautiful curveball there by Varinos. Just froze the hitter. Couldn't really do anything with that pitch.
That's the first out for the Jumbos here, top of the 5th. Third baseman Ben Susky now up for the Polar Bears. Here's the pitch from Varinos. And it's grounded into a base hit into left field.
And that's one of the first times this game we've seen a Polar Bear hitter actually be ready to swing the bat first pitch, taking advantage of Varinos' trend to throw strikes.
And we will see number 9, Cody Tedesco, sophomore from Franklin, Massachusetts, up next here. Susky on first. 1 out.
Jumbo's defense looking to roll a double play here to get them out of this inning.
And Varinos will throw to first. Susky back in. Well safe. Here's the pitch from Varinos. And got him swinging on that ball to make the count 0-1.
Threw a beautiful changeup there, had the hitter way out in front of that pitch.
Takes a peek at first. Varinos with the 0-1 pitch.
Good work there by Frickman to block that ball in the dirt. 1-1 count.
Varinos throws to first again, trying to keep Susky honest. Susky in safely. It's the 1-1 pitch. Low for a ball 2 to Cody Tedesco.
2-1 count. And Varinos has really taken over control of this game. As you said before, Bridget, the first couple innings, they were seeing the ball well. They were giving him a run for his money, and he's locked them down.
It's a grounder to second. Looks like it's going to be a double play ball. Ooh. And they pick off Susky at second, but Susky kind of takes out the tough second baseman, and he can't make the throw to first for the double play ball.
Good play by the Jumbos middle infield to get the lead out at second base, as now we have 2 outs in the inning.
We'll see number 23, Ijaz Ju, a sophomore, come up next for the Bowdoin Polar Bears. Tedesco on first. And strike 1 for the first pitch.
Nice change up there by Varinos.
2 outs, the count 0-1 here in the top of the 5th. Varinos throws to first. Keeps Tedesco with as little lead as possible. Tedesco in safely.
And we'll see if Tedesco is going to be active on the base pass here. They really need to get something going, this Bowdoin team, so we'll see what they can do here.
Second pitch, bottom of the strike zone, but in there for a strike 2. Count now 0-2. Pitcher's count for sure. 2 outs, man on first for the Bowdoin Polar Bears here in the top of the 5th. The Jumbos lead 6-1. Here's the pitch from Verinos. And it's going to be a grounder through the hole into a base hit. Tedesco now at second and Jew at first.
Yep, that was just a well-placed ball right in the hole between third and shortstop. So both guys on the Jumbo's defense trying to get at that ball, but just snuck through there. Wasn't hit very hard, but just perfectly placed.
21, Brendan Lopez, the pitcher who pitched the first couple innings for the Polar Bears and also the designated hitter, is up here with 2 men on, 2 out here in the top of the 5th. Men on first and second. We'll see if the Polar Bears can make something of this little rally. Pitch from Verinos. In there for a strike 1.
Good job of getting ahead again by Verinos. Verinos has pitched very well this inning. He's gotten several ground balls. They're just getting through the hole, but he's looking to shut down Lopez with this at bat.
Into the stretch, pitch. And just outside for a ball 1. The count is now 1-1 with 2 outs.
That's a very good spot by Verinos. Can't be upset about missing there. Just didn't get the call. Placed that fastball in the outside corner.
Takes a look at second. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Low. For a ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike for.
On that pitch in the dirt, the Polar Bears runner at second got a very extended secondary. Frickman popped up behind the plate looking to pick him off, but did not make the throw.
Here's the pitch. And fouled off the left field line to make the count 2-2 for Lopez.
Again, this is the first of a doubleheader this afternoon as the Bowdoin Polar Bears are playing in Huskins Field against the Tufts Jumbos.
Verinos looking to get the final out. Here's the pitch, and it's well low, and it looks like the second base runner will advance to third. Number 9. Cody Tedesco is now at third. Men on the corners with 2 outs.
Good heads-up base running by Tedesco. Saw the ball in the dirt. It got away a little bit from Frickman, so he was aggressive and took third. First and third, 2 outs.
Brendan Lopez, the designated hitter. Full count with 2 outs.
Let's see if the runner on first will take off, as he most likely will with the 3-2 count, be heading towards second once the pitch is delivered. He's got to be careful not to get picked off here. Needs to make sure he sees Verinos deliver to the plate.
Here's Verinos. And low again. And Jew will advance to second on that pitch. Oh, it was just kidding, a walk, sorry, after a full count ball. Bases loaded for the Polar Bears here.
The center fielder, number 7, Joe Gentili.
And Joe Gentili is up next for the Polar Bears.
And Bridget, this is a position where we're really going to see the toughness out of their ace, Spiros Verinos. He's been doing exceptionally well all game. He's trying to hold this 6-1 lead in the top of the 5th. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Let's see if he can shut down this polar bear hitting.
And this is lefty, gently up. And he got him swinging on the first pitch. That'll make the count 0-1. 2 outs. Bases loaded here in the top of the 5th for the Bowdoin Polar Bears. Here's the 0-1 count pitch, and looked like it was outside just a little bit from Varinos. Makes the count 1-1.
Tufts dugout was not happy with that call being a ball, as they thought he hit his spot.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, 1-1 pitch to Gentili. He fouls that one off. Back to the backstop. And the count will remain 1-2. Bases loaded, 2 outs for the Polar Bears. Joe Gentili trying to make something of this opportunity.
Polar Bears desperately need to score some runs here, as
The pitch from Varinos is strike 3.
high changeup. Nice pitch.
And that ends the top of the 5th for the Polar Bears. They leave the bases loaded, and the Jumbos get out of a little bit of trouble there. And we will see Justin Shatter again take the mound for the bottom of the 5th for the Polar Bears.
Tufts coaches are telling their hitters, continue to be disciplined, continue to let the ball travel deep and throw the hands at the ball, as they're looking to extend this 6-1 lead even further in the bottom of the 5th.
And a correction, we actually have a new pitcher in. Duncan Finnegan, a junior from Milton, Mass, will be pitching for the Polar Bears.
Tufts University's president, Tony Monaco, is here in attendance at the game, as he is a big Tufts baseball fan. Great to see him out here supporting.
It's always fun to have a president who's so involved in Tufts athletics and the Tufts campus in general.
Definitely so. He's definitely very, very involved, and student body really appreciates Tony Monaco.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Bowdoin College, number 32, Duncan Finnegan.
As Bridget said, we have a new pitcher, Brendan Finnegan, another right-handed pitcher. Correction, Duncan Finnegan.
And up for the Jumbos, number 1, Will Shackelford.
Number 1, Will Shackelford.
The shortstop for the Tufts Jumbos will be up here in the bottom of the 5th.
Shackelford looking to get the Tufts hitters going in this inning.
Finnegan with the pitch. Very low. Ball 1. Pitch 2 from Finnegan. Hit. Ground ball to short. And the shortstop will make the throw for the out for the Polar Bears.
The second baseman, number 3, Tom Petrie.
Tom Petrie up now for the Jumbos with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Just a reminder, this game is only 7 innings. The second game of the doubleheader will be a full 9. Finnegan with the pitch. High and beamed. Petrie will take first on that first pitch. It was inside, hit him in the knee.
There's been several hit by pitches for these Tufts hitters. Polar Bear pitchers having a little bit of trouble with their command this afternoon.
Number 13, Oscar Cooch.
Right fielder, number 13, Oscar Cooch. Now at the plate, the pitch from Finnegan. Inside, and that looks close to hitting.
He threw that one
Cooch.
behind him, actually.
Okay.
Threw that behind the lefty hitter, Oscar Cooch.
Finnegan trying to find his control. And that'll be his first strike of the game. The count now 1-1 with 1 out. Petrie on first for the Tufts Jumbos here in the bottom of the 5th. And Finnegan having a little bit of a chat with the catcher on the mound. Probably trying to just tell him to relax.
See if Petrie.
Here's the 1-1. Petrie goes to second, will come in standing.
That was a phenomenal jump by Petrie as he took off before the pitcher even knew he was taking off. That base standing up. Great job there by Petrie.
2-1 pitch by Finnegan. Kind of a little bit of a wild pitch, but catcher does a good job keeping Petrie to that second base. It's now 2-2 to Oscar Cooch. Finnegan with the pitch, and it's grounded to short. Looks like they're gonna get the out at third, but Cooch will come in safe at first.
Very heads-up play by the Polar Bears shortstop, getting the lead runner at third. That was a tough play for Petrie, running at second. It was a weird hop, and he kind of had to hesitate taking off, so he did not run into the ball. But good play.
Tommy O'Hara up for the Jumbos. Oscar Cooch at first, 2 men out. Bottom of the 5th.
O'Hara just called time as felt like he was going to get quick pitched.
And Finnegan will throw to first. Cooch will come in safe. Knocks the dirt out of his belt as he comes up. Here's the pitch from Finnegan. And a swing from O'Hara.
Tried to hold that one up. Not the best pitch, as he knows that he shouldn't have swung at that one. But so now no ball, 1 strike count for O'Hara.
Finnegan takes a peek at first. Here's the pitch. In there for a second strike to Tommy O'Hara. Makes the count no balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here at Huskins Field. Finnegan with the pitch. High, but Cooch goes, takes second. The ball, it was a good throw. I mean, the throw was a little high, but it was on time. But kind of escapes the shortstop, and Cooch gets that second base, puts a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Here's the 1-2 pitch, high, makes the count 2-2 to Tommy O'Hara, the lefty. Batting against right-hander Duncan Finnegan of the Polar Bears. Is a pitch. It's a grounder to short. They'll get the out at first. Ends the inning. The Jumbos will go into the 6th, up 6-1.
Bottom of the 5th inning, no runs, no hits. There were no Bowdoin errors and 1 runner left on base. Here's your We're at the end of 5 complete innings from Huskins Field in game number 1 of our NESCAC East doubleheader.
We are about to begin the top of the 6th inning here at Huskins Field.
8 hits, no errors, 9 runners left on base for the Bowdoin College.
And Spiros Varinos will
1 run, 5 hits,
continue to pitch into the 6th inning.
to bat for Bowdoin will be
He's done a good job so far today. Limited the Polar Bears to only 5 hits, 1 run. He is currently 6-0. If he gets this one, he'll be 7-0 for the season. He's a senior. And I believe his little brother is also a pitcher for the Tufts Jumbos.
Yep, Elias Varinos. He's a hybrid, plays middle infield, and he pitches. He wears number 12, I believe. Yes, 12. Pretty good shortstop as well. Nice arm. And I think that's pretty cool, Bridget. Coming in as a freshman, being able to play with your older brother for a year of college baseball. And, you know, Spiros is a senior. He'll be graduating next year, so that has to be great for those two brothers. And I'm sure the Varinos family loves it, having their sons playing together on the same team again.
Mm-hmm. And Colby Jonkis will bat first for the Polar Bears. Here's the pitch. Spiros in there for a strike 1 to Colby Jonkis. Second pitch is just a little low for a ball 1. The count now 1-1 to Colby Jonkis. Varinos with the windup in the pitch. And it's a short grounder to the pitcher, and it'll be an easy out for the Tufts Jumbos. First out of the inning. And we will see number 15, Evan Dumont-LaPointe, come up for the Bears.
The Bowdoin Bears are only 5 outs away from taking the loss in the first of 3 games this weekend series. Got to get the bats going for sure if they want to get this W. Need to take it one hitter at a time and get runners on base.
Varinos throws a strike for that first one. Gets Dumont-LaPointe swinging. Count 0-1. Here's the pitch. Popped up foul into the bullpen.
Out of play there. Just hit a car. That was loud. One thing that seems to happen here around Huskins is the parking lot is so close to the field that fly ball or foul balls tend to hit cars, and that's awful, you know.
It's unfortunate. You come back from watching a baseball game and
you might have a hole in your windshield.
and that'll be the first ball of the bat. Count now 1-2 with 1 out to Dumont-LaPointe. Here's Varinos with the pitch. And he got him swinging on that ball. That'll be a strikeout for Spiros Varinos. And that is, I believe, his third strikeout of the day. And we'll see Sean Mullaney, the shortstop for the Bears, come up next.
2 outs now in the top of the 6th inning. Jumbo still leading 6-1.
Here's the pitch. And a swinging strike from Mullaney. count 0-1 with 2 outs. No men on. Here's the pitch from Varinos. And that's a lower strike, but he got him. Swinging again for 0-2.
And Bridget, these polar bear hitters have definitely had plenty of opportunities to score runs. They just have not been able to capitalize. And when Varinos gets in any trouble, he just seems to take it to a new level and shut him down as he blows that fastball by him for the 3rd strike to end the half of the inning.
And that was a 3-pitch strikeout from Varinos. So he felt that inning for sure.
That was probably the complete opposite of what the Bowdoin hitters were looking to do in that inning, as they could not get any runners on base.
And we will see the Tufts Jumbos come to bat in the bottom of the 6th against number 32, Duncan Finnegan, pitching again for the Bears. The Bears have 8 hits. The Jumbos have 8 hits. The Bears 5, while the Jumbos lead 6-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Just a friendly reminder that we are only playing 7 innings this game. The second of this doubleheader will be a full 9, and tomorrow as well will be a full 9.
Jumbo's hitters are looking to score a few more runs here on the bottom of the 6th inning to really just put the nail in the coffin of Game 1 in this series against Bowdoin.
And we'll see Nick Foxon come up first for the Jumbos. Their first baseman.
The Jumbos can hold on to this win. They will be 24-1 on the season and 5-2 in NESCAC play, allowing them to maintain that 2nd spot in the NESCAC East.
And the first pitch is popped up into the infield, and it will be cut for an out. Nick Foxon will retire to the dugout. And we will see Mike McLaughlin now, the left fielder. Finnegan with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. A low pitch for a ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Low again for a ball 2 to McLaughlin.
The Bowdoin Polar Bears have a pitcher warming up in the bullpen. From our angle here on the above the Tufts dugout, we are not able to see who's warming up, but when we find out, we will definitely let you know.
McLaughlin fouls that last one off. Here's the pitch. And he nails one into center field, running towards it as a center fielder. He's going to make a diving catch. And a very nice catch from the center fielder, number 7, Joe Gentili, for the 2nd out of the inning.
And that's an awesome play by their center fielder. Ball hit in the right center gap. He's a left-handed player, so that he had to make that diving catch not on his glove side. So that's a great play, great focus there.
And we'll see Malcolm Nachmanoff, the designated hitter for the Jumbos, come up next against Finnegan. It's a pitch, low. Taken for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nachmanoff. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Jumbos leading 6-1. No men on. High for a ball 2. Here's the pitch from Finnegan. Very high and inside. Nachmanoff kind of ducks to avoid that pitch. It's going to advance the count to 3-0 for Malcolm Nachmanoff. Here's the pitch from Finnegan. And it hits Malcolm Nachmanoff. Square in the shoulders. That looks like that one kind of hurt a little bit. It's a 4-pitch walk as well as a beam. Center fielder Harry Brown is up next for the Tufts Jumbos against Duncan Finnegan. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, Malcolm Nachmanoff on first base. Finnegan with the stretch on the pitch. It's going to be low for ball 1. Here's the pitch again. It's going to be in there for a strike 1. The count now 1-1 to Brown with 2 outs. Man on first base. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be fouled off the right field line into the parking lot.
And I think that foul ball clunked another car. As that's 2, and I'm getting a report that that one is a tough one. Probably a broken windshield.
And Finnegan will throw to first, but Nachmanoff will come in standing. And Finnegan working pretty quickly here. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Brown. Low and outside. Makes the count 2-2 with 2 outs.
And that's a good leave there by Harry Brown. That was a tough breaking ball. Just broke out of the strike zone, and Harry Brown was able to hold up there. 2 ball, 2 strikes.
Pitch is low. It's going to make it a full count here for Harry Brown. Harry Brown doing a good job of being patient. Finnegan peeks over at Nachmanoff. Here's the pitch, and it is a ground ball to center. They're going to throw to first for the out, which will end the inning, and we will go into the 7th with the Jumbos having left a man on first.
And this is it. Bowdoin, this is their last 3 outs to try to get something going in this ball game, as they haven't scored since the 2nd inning, in which they scored their only run.
And we will see Spiros Varinos take the mound for the last, what we can assume will be the last inning of the game, unless the Bears score five runs here in the bottom of the top of the 7th. I'm sorry. And we got to give Varinos credit. He's been doing a very, very good job of pitching for the Jumbos.
Oh, definitely. Spiros Varinos has been locked down all afternoon, and Coach Casey's rewarding him by allowing him to close out this ball game in due fashion.
And the Jumbos will face the Bears again later this afternoon in the 2nd game of their doubleheader around 3:30, or it's about half an hour after this game ends, so whenever this game ends. And we will hopefully, if the weather permits, get our cameras going again so that you guys can both see and hear the game. And
ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Leading off for Bowdoin.
Expect the Bowdoin hitters in this inning to take until they see a strike, as they have to take this one at bat at a time, one pitch at a time, if they want any chance of mounting a comeback in this game.
number 16, Sawyer Billings, will bat for the first time for the Polar Bears. He'll foul the first one off for a strike 1. Here's the pitch from Spirinos. And foul tip for a strike 2. Count now 0-2. With no outs here in the top of the 7th. What is the last inning of this game? Here's a pitch from Varinos. Outside for first ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Billings. Here's the pitch. Fouled off behind the backstop as Billings stays alive. Count stays 1-2.
Just a refresher of the score. It's a 6-1 ball game in the top of the 7th. This is the Bowdoin Polar Bears' last chance to get something going.
Here's the pitch from Varinos. And he got him swinging on that one. What looked to be a high fastball. And that'll be the first out for the inning. 2 more to go for the Tufts Jumbos. And Ben Susky up next for the Polar Bears. He had I believe, a double in his last at bat. First, Varinos gets him on his first pitch swinging. Makes the count 0-1 with 1 out here in the top of the 7th.
Very nice changeup on that first pitch by Varinos as the hitter was very out in front.
It's the windup in the pitch. Got him swinging again for strike 2. Count now 0-2.
High fastball there by Varinos, got the hitter to chase. 0-2 with 1 out in the top of the 7th.
The pitch from Varinos. It's going to be low. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ben Susky. With 1 out. No men on. Varinos. Here's the windup in the pitch. And he got him swinging on that one. And that one definitely had some heat on it. So 2 strikeouts for Varino here in the top of the 7th. With 1 out to go to get that W.
It's, Bridget, it's just fascinating how Varinos gets sharper and sharper as the game continues. We've seen another just completely dominating performance by the Jumbo stud ace, and he's going to improve to 7-0 on this season if he can just get this 1 out.
And strike 1 to Cody Tedesco. Oh, and 1 with 2 outs, no men on. Varinos, here's the pitch. Strike 2, got him looking on that one as well. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 out. Varinos has a couple pitches to play with if he wants to. Try to get Tedesco to chase. Here's the pitch. And Tedesco hits one into center field. Looks like the center fielder's going to be there and make the catch. And that is it.
That's the ball game. And again, dominating performance by Varinos, improving to 7-0 on the season. So, again, he maintains an earned run average under 2 runs, as he only allowed 1 earned run in this game.
He was at, before this game, I think he was at a 1.5 ERA, if I'm not mistaken. So,
again, as Bridget said, Game 2 of this doubleheader will be a 9-inning ball game. That should be starting in about 30, 40 minutes from now as the Game 1 just ended.
And it has been a pleasure here. It has been a little cold, but other than that, it's been a great day for some Tufts baseball here at Huskins Field. This is, it's been great having you guys all here. From Bob Clark Press Box, this has been Bridget Bell and
Sebastian Gonzalez Johnson. And again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for bearing with us. We apologize for our video going out again, but the weather did not permit us to keep that up. For Game 2, we are hoping to have our stream back up in action if the weather allows us to do so. But thank you very much, and enjoy your Saturday afternoon. Have a good one.